All right, so this is the instructional video for Tuesday's DGP. Again, this is useful for when you're at home or Blue Jays at home, or if you're just out sick, whatever it might be in order to be able to keep up. So I'm gonna go through each one of the days. We'll start by opening up our DGP help notes. I like to hit this three dots here and open a new window so that I'm able to have an easy split screen and everything's still able to flow pretty well. So I'm taking my DGP help notes, move it over to the left side because that's where I like to have it. Again, if you don't like split screen or you don't like the way that I'm setting it up, set it up the way that it works for you. Okay, my split screen works pretty well here. So on the other one, I'm going to have my DGP actually open. Okay, so looking at Monday here, you can tell that I've already have this completed. Now we're on to Tuesday. This again is the Tuesday instruction video. So I'll move my notes down to Tuesday and take a look at what we're going to start with. This is the sentence parts and phrases. All right. So the first thing that we're looking for is the simple subject. That is the who or the what of the verb. So it's the who or the what that's doing the verb. It's always best to look back on Monday and see what our verb or verbs might be. In this instance, in this sentence, we have two verbs. We have a helping verb and an action verb, should listen. Okay. If you think of it of who should listen or what should listen, that should help you towards your simple subject. There are two potential options here, and this is where it gets a little tricky. Teacher seems much more specific to us, so we normally want to go with that as a simple subject. But again, who should listen or what should listen? Well, that's everyone should listen. So our simple subject now becomes everyone. It's marked with a capital S. Okay. Now, the next thing after we find our simple subject is to move on to the complete subject, where we have a single underline. So it's the underline once. You'll find this in every one of our DGPs, at least one simple subject. You may have an instance where there's two simple subjects. Okay. I'll help you when that happens. Now, as far as this one is concerned, looking at the complete subject, it says the simple subject plus anything that modifies it. So looking at this simple subject, everyone, is there anything that changes? Does it say everyone who has brown hair, everyone who's in class? No, it just simply says everyone. So that is also going to be our complete subject. Okay, it says to underline it once. This year we have this in Google Sheets, so we have to learn how to underline in Google Sheets. The first thing I'm going to do is select the box that is everyone. I'm going to hit my three buttons here that shows more because I haven't shrunk down. Maybe you won't need to because you have the full toolbar already showing in a full window. Okay. Again, I like mine shrunk down so that I can see my DGP help notes and I'm actually able to see everything and move everything around all at once. Sorry, I'm trying to get my DGP back there. So I'm going to hit these three buttons again and go to my borders, or as a student said, the waffle, the one that looks like a waffle, but it also says borders underneath. I'm going to click on borders. I'm going to make sure that it is single underline, and I'm going to hit the bottom border. Once I click off of it, we have a single underline. Okay, so now we're able to move on to this simple predicate. All right, and looking at the simple predicate, we're going to have two types of verbs. We're looking at a verb. We have two verbs here as well, but we only have one box above. So there's a good helper here that we are going to click on the box above listen. So that's going to be our simple predicate. Okay, our simple predicate is always going to be a verb. It's going to be the main verb in our sentence. A transitive verb takes a direct object. So we know directly everyone should listen and the thing that we're listening to. In this case, it has help. It literally has a helping verb getting to what we should listen to, and it has a prepositional phrase. So it doesn't go directly to it. There is no direct object. So in this case, we know that it is intransitive. It does not take or have a direct object. So it becomes intransitive. That won't always be the case. As we practice this, we'll learn how to do this a little bit better. Next, we will find the complete predicate. It is the verb plus its modifiers. So the verb is listen. What else modifies or makes listen more specific? Well, we know we should listen to the teacher. Okay, so again, we'll highlight all of the boxes from the start from should, and I'm going to hit shift and then click. I can also click on should and drag and highlight. Okay, I'm going to hit my three buttons again This time it says that I need to have it underlined twice. So I'm going to go back to my waffle or my borders. I'm going to select double underline, and I'm going to hit the underline button again, or the bottom border button. Okay, so we already have 4 of our things completed, and it's 4 of the bigger ones. Now we go on to complement. Is there a direct object? So is there any nouns that aren't addressed or that are pointing directly from our verb? Well, we already told you that we have an intransitive verb, so we don't have any direct objects. We also don't have any indirect objects. It says is a noun or a pronoun that and is never in a prepositional phrase. Well, I'll give you a hint. Since we have a preposition, right? We have a preposition. We do have a prepositional phrase. If we have a preposition on Monday, we will have a prepositional phrase on Tuesday. So let's go on to prepositional phrase. Group of words beginning with preposition and ending with a noun or pronoun. Notice it's showing that we should put parentheses around it up here in our notes. So our preposition is to. I'm going to double click on that box because I know it starts there. And then I'm going to go to my noun that goes with to. If I look up here, teacher's a noun. So I'll put my parentheses at the end of my prepositional phrase. Now, once I have a prepositional phrase, I know that I have an object of the preposition. What is the object of the preposition? It's the noun that to is pointing to. So I'll click on this box. I know that teacher is my object of the preposition, and I'll go from there. Okay. Now, the last thing that we need to do is tell us what type of prepositional phrase we have. Now, in here, it briefly says, can act as an adjective. I want a room with a view. Or as a verb, his house is on the lake. I will tell you, adverbs modify verbs. Adjectives modify nouns. Okay, so room with a view, with is modifying room. In this case, his house is on the lake. We're not modifying his house, which with a view. We're modifying is. Direction is a big thing. Direction is a big thing. It's telling us where something is located. That is considered a type of direction. So in this case, we are looking at an adverb prepositional phrase. Now, there will be more on Tuesday. You'll learn them as we go, but that's it for this one. I apologize if this video is so long, but you are now ready for Wednesday. If you have any questions, any concerns, please feel free to email me or ask me in class. Thank you.